Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mixed Martial Arts. Today, we're being joined by the Judo superhero again to preview UFC 270. This is the first pay-per-view of the year, and we've got a really interesting title fight as the main event. It's the heavyweight championship, Francis Ngannou versus Ciryl Gane. They're former teammates. They were both coached by Fernand Lopez, but of course, Francis Ngannou left the gym. Now he trains out of Las Vegas, and there's a lot of bad blood between Francis Ngannou and Fernand Lopez. Perhaps there's also some bad blood between Ngannou and Ciryl Gane too, though. Do you think that there is any bad blood between Ngannou and Ciryl Gane, or is it just between Ngannou and his coach, his
Uh,
former
I
coach?
I think it's just between Ngannou and Fernand Lopez. Cyril Gane and Ngannou both seem like really nice guys. They haven't really said anything mean to each other. There's been no disrespectful trash talk or anything between them. I think it's just purely between Ngannou and Lopez.
And it seems like Ciryl Gane is coming to this fight with a good mindset. It seems like he's in the right headspace. We've seen fights in the past where somebody leaves their gym and then the person still at the gym is really angry at their former teammate, like with Cody Garbrandt and Dillashaw. Garbrandt was extremely angry at Dillashaw. Here, it doesn't seem like Ciryl Gane's really angry at Ngannou, but Ngannou does seem like he's a bit angry. Obviously, there's the whole contract situation going on where this is the last fight on Ngannou's contract. He seems a little bit angry with the UFC. He's angry with his coach. Maybe he's angry with about Gane also. Do you think that who do you think is coming into this fight with a better mindset between Ngannou and Gane?
I think Gane has a better mindset just because Ngannou has so many other things going on right now. He has this whole contract situation with the UFC where he's angry about his fighter, his pay, and they're angry about the way the UFC and Dana White treat him. He also seems to be focused on a boxing career in the future, a potential fight with Tyson Fury down the line, while Gane seems just purely focused on the fight that's happening this Saturday. So I think he's in a much better headspace.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's pretty reasonable. Gane does seem to be more focused on the fight, and Ngannou has other things going on. Like I mentioned before, this is the last fight on his contract. If he loses the fight, he's a free agent. If he wins, he's with the UFC until the end of the year. But he's already saying he's not even going to fight again. He's not even going to defend his belt again unless they renegotiate and they increase his pay. So this is a very interesting situation. There's a lot of interesting storylines heading into the fight. But as for the fight itself, it seems likely, or I would think Ciryl Gane will come into the fight with a similar game plan he used against Derek Lewis by trying to avoid Ngannou's big power shots, use his excellent movement to pick Ngannou apart from the outside. But what do you think he's going to do? Do you think he's going to do a similar game plan to Derek Lewis, or maybe will he try to take Ngannou down?
I think it's probably going to be a similar game plan to Derek Lewis, although it's going to be much harder to implement because Ngannou is just an entirely different beast than Derek Lewis is. So it will be a similar game plan, I think, but maybe he will attempt a few takedowns just to surprise him a bit. But overall, I think just point fighting
Do you think that who do you think has the advantage on the ground?
on the ground. Probably still gone. We haven't seen much from Ngannou, pretty much ever really. He did show good takedown defense against Stipe last fight, but nothing really offensive we've seen.
Yeah. Well, it's a fascinating fight. Francis Ngannou is making his first title defense. He was like the exciting contender for years. Everyone was waiting for him to get the belt. Now he's finally the champion, and it's really exciting to look forward to seeing how his first title defense is going to go. And then Ciryl Gane is now this prodigy in the heavyweight division. Seems like he's the future of heavyweight MMA, the way he fights in such a unique way. He has such great movement, his head movement, and he's always light on his feet, which is really unique among fighters in the heavyweight division. And the fight actually reminds me a lot of Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, where obviously Ngannou would be in the position of Deontay Wilder. They're the big power punchers, but maybe the opponent, which would be Ciryl Gane and Tyson Fury, they're a little bit more advanced in actual Tyson Fury, for example. Maybe he's a little bit more advanced in actual boxing. like we saw as he won the second and third fights in their trilogy. Meanwhile, Ciryl Gane, perhaps he's also more advanced in MMA. Maybe he is the more skilled fighter, but Ngannou always has that one-shot power. So it'll be really interesting to see how this fight plays out. And I can't wait to see it. But in the co-main event, oh yeah?
Ciryl Gane is definitely the more technical and just more skilled MMA fighter than Ngannou. But Ngannou obviously has the crazy power, and it kind of equalizes.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see, and I can't wait for it. But in the co-main event, we have another really great title fight, the trilogy fight between Brandon Moreno and Deiveson Figueiredo. The first fight was a draw. The second fight, of course, Brandon Moreno dominated Figueiredo and submitted him in that fight. But now in this one, it's very interesting because we also have a similar situation where Brandon Moreno used to train with Henry Cejudo, but then they had a bit of a falling out. And now Deiveson Figueiredo has gone to Henry Cejudo. And it seems like Cejudo's really got something good going on down there. So many big fighters are coming to train with him, like John Jones now. He had Weili Zhang as well. Now Deiveson Figueiredo. So lots of champions and former champions. And do you think Deiveson Figueiredo is going to be a significantly improved fighter in this fight?
I mean, he was already an incredible fighter, but I think Cejudo can just take him to an entirely different level. Like Zhang Weili, even though she lost the second Rose fight, I thought she won, but she looked much better than in the first fight where she got quickly knocked out for us.
Yeah. So if Brandon Moreno is going for takedowns in this fight, maybe Deiveson Figueiredo will have better takedown defense, or maybe Figueiredo will be the one going for takedowns. Who knows? I'm not really sure what the game plan is going to be in this fight, but it seems like Cejudo is very confident in Figueiredo's chances of winning this one. Right? Yeah. That's the way it looked from the countdown and all of Cejudo's interviews. He seems really confident that Figueiredo is going to win this.
Yeah, Cejudo obviously has a lot of experience in that weight class, and he also has a lot of experience with Moreno, as they used to train together. So maybe Cejudo knows something that we don't that can help him win.
Yeah, that's another really great fight. So those two fights at the top of the card are just amazing. Those are just high quality fights, but there's also a few interesting ones throughout the card. Michel Pereira is returning on this card. We also have Cody Stamann versus Said Nurmagomedov. That one is really interesting. That's in the bantamweight division, which is personally my favorite division. So there's a few other good fights on the card. And that's our preview show for UFC 270. But we want to know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win in the main event and the co-main event? So Francis Ngannou versus Ciryl Gane and Deiveson Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno. Who do you guys think is going to win those fights? Let us know in the comment section. Do you think that Francis Ngannou will leave the UFC if he loses this fight, or do you think he'll resign? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and comment what fight you're most excited for on UFC 270. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to follow the link in the description to my Twitter page for more frequent mixed martial arts updates. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.